Hi, I'm going to identify a few of the takeaways that I've learned from this class, and two of two things I'll identify as a strength-based assessment and instruments. I really learned a lot more about the biopsychosocial assessments, which identify client with culture and not only their culture, also connect them with the historical and generational factors. So that tool was very helpful for me to take along the way as a social worker. Also, to another assessment tool, I would say, which is effective that I learned, another one is a cultural gram, which assess a client's background, but not only their background, it gives us an opportunity to understand the client's culture and also learn more about them on an individual basis. So it can provide us more insight on um, not only themselves, but also it can be used for family members or family to assess, a family assessment tool, which helps social workers. That's something I learned. It helps social workers and families from different cultures. I really thought that was very informative. I'm going to take that with me along the way as a social worker. Um, Also to explain a little on the addressing diversity. I really learned in this course that using culturally informed approaches and a lot of the culturally informed process and approach was very helpful along the way, taking that with me. And the cultural gram really highlighted a lot of the biopsychosocial, which connects a lot to the cultural informed approach. Also, to that tool is not only helpful, but it's a new approach for me to use, and I'm looking forward to using that. I really enjoyed the video too on a culturally informed approach in mental health and just being mindful and culturally sensitive to the approach and how someone is experiencing mental health. And in that video, it explained how, Pat, who do you think Pat is? And it gave a bigger picture and a new perspective for me just to know that, hey, this individual, Pat, didn't want to leave the house. And I really enjoyed that because Pat was experiencing mental health issues um, for different reasons, of cultural reasons, a new place, moving from China to Canada. So that is a big picture right there. And these tools will help me as a social worker along the way just to approach every client individually and being culturally sensitive and applying the best, care for the client. Also, to not only knowing the client's culture, but also accessing the resources within the community for their culture, so they can excuse me, access these important resources to help them and their family. And that's one of the part of cultural competencies as a social worker is being aware of the family and community resources that the client can utilize and needs. So I've learned a lot along the way in this class. I've grown a lot, and I'm thankful I got the opportunity to learn and take this with me for a culturally informed approach. And thank you again, and bye, everyone.